Hey everyone, my name is Sabrina. Today we're going to go over comma rules. First, let's look at the purpose of commas. Commas help readers understand the content of a sentence and avoid misinformation. Commas clarify your messages. Second, let's go over the 4 basic rules of commas. Comma rule number 1 is using a comma to separate independent clauses joined by a coordinating conjunction. This can be seen in the sentence, I wanted to go to the store today, but my car had a flat tire. Notice how the comma is placed before the coordinating conjunction to separate the independent clauses. Check out that helpful tip for remembering your coordinating conjunctions. Comma rule number 2 is using a comma after each item in a series, typically with 3 or more items. Take a look at this sentence. I prefer to put granola, fruit, and coconut shavings on my yogurt. Note how the comma is placed after each topping that will go on the yogurt. Comma rule number 3 is using 2 commas to offset non-restrictive information in a sentence. Non-restrictive information refers to unnecessary stuff in a sentence. An example of this can be seen in the following example. My essay, which was submitted early, contained 5 paragraphs, including an introduction, 3 body paragraphs, and a conclusion. Notice how the commas are used to keep the non-restrictive information, the paper being submitted early, offset since it's not part of the direct message. Comma rule number 4 is using a comma after an introductory phrase, word, or clause. Take a look at this example. Although many people say they like apples, I have noticed oranges are popular fruits. Note how the comma is placed after the introductory clause to avoid the information being misread. In addition to the 4 basic comma rules, let's go over some comma common sense. First, remember that parenthetical expressions are set off with commas. For example, I prefer to eat grapes and cheese cubes, not raisins and string cheese, for my afternoon snack. Second, direct address phrases like yes and no words, interrogative tags, and mild interjections are also set off by commas. An example of a direct address phrase is, James, I do not want to attend the Christmas party this year. An example of yes and no words is, no, I don't really care for swimming in the ocean. An example of interrogative tags is, you don't want to join the football team, do you? And an example of a mild interjection is, oh, that makes sense. Third, direct quotations may be set off with a comma. For example, John Smith stated that apples are produced on trees when the wind sings. Notice that comma right after that and before the quote. Fourth, dates, addresses, titles, and numbers also use commas. For example, 411 Southwest 24th Street, comma, San Antonio, comma, Texas. Another example are dates. December 18th, comma, 2020. Fifth, coordinate adjectives also use commas, whereas cumulative adjectives do not. For example, John suffered severe, comma, irreversible brain damage, versus something like Sam ordered a rich chocolate layer cake for dessert. When it comes to punctuation use, commas can be tricky. We hope this video clarifies a few common questions or issues that you may encounter when writing and revising your papers. If you have any other questions, make an appointment with the MFD Writing Center.